I don't see where it says mute all. I'm on the chat, but it's not. You. Yeah, go ahead.
What's going on, fam? Let me know if you guys can hear me. We're over here playing with some technology. You know how we do it. Let me know if you guys can hear me real quick. I'm going to come on right here. We were working with all kinds of technology, trying to get a bunch of things done today. And hey, sometimes you just got to chill for a second. How you guys doing? Let me know how you guys are doing over there. Just everybody let us know if over there in the comments if everything is golden in your worlds. We've been working on a lot of new training, a lot of new exciting things, like with the actual games being implemented. We worked on raffle giveaways that are coming this week. We've worked on, shoot, what else have we done? We've done so many things. Mom and Asia put together the most amazing training for you guys. The game is going to be awesome. All right, so just want to show you guys a couple little updates really quick. And Asia's working on their leadership over there, so I'm going to take over real quick. I wanted her to show it, but she's working on it right now. So go ahead, do your thing over there. She's uploading a bunch of stuff that Mom and Asia did. Mom, can you hear me over there? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. I just wanted to see if you could. I've tried this thing on. I'm live on YouTube right now as well. I'm trying two different things to see, because we're about to start broadcasting on a lot of places. So, Mom, can you unmute? I don't know if you can or not. I don't know if anybody can, because the way that the settings are on these Zooms. All right. And let's see. Okay. No, I think I can unmute. Go ahead, Mom. I think I can hear you now.
Yeah, now you can. Yay.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Krista, I see you. Yay. So good to see you. And all of you. And we've got Thailand in the house. We've got Australia in the house. Anybody else here from different countries that, of course, I know you're from all over the United States. Hey, Elizabeth, we see you. And Spencer and Thaddeus, Mr. T, hey, so good to see you. And then let's see, I have to put on my glasses now for this small print up here. But Barbara, welcome. You were one of the first on tonight. So proud of you, and Helga and Dan from Thailand. And Dan, I don't know what time it is there, but I'm just so impressed. Thailand's in the house, Australia's in the house. Jeremy, I see you. Welcome, welcome. Maria, welcome. Damien, I think I already welcomed you, but if I did, this is twice, it's all good. He gave us a great testimony yesterday. It was really quite incredible. If you didn't hear that, you'll want to definitely dial back into the one from yesterday, along with so many here. Dan gave it a tremendous one as well. And that's what makes it all worthwhile, right? Hearing testimonies from each other and learning from each other. Jeff, I see you here. V and Thor and Ken and Romano, Melinda, Eva, Tina, Sherry, Mary Riley, Falcon, Exec, Steve. Then we've got Tom and Cindy and Tammy and Ira and Kevin, Alex, Todd, Jason. So many brilliant people here. Jeff, Tammy. I think I already mentioned your name. It looks like it's rolling over into that second screen. Eric, I see you there with your beautiful daughter. What a great picture. And Lisa, your picture's up there. I'm not quite sure how our pictures get up there, but maybe Vince can share with us how to put our picture there when we can't be on the screen. Yesterday, mine came on automatically, but James, we see you on the phone, and Jason and Jerry, Clifford, Rebecca, Cindy, Joseph, Anthony, Sherry, Marty, and then there's one that doesn't have a name. But if I missed you, I apologize. You know, my eyes are fascinating. I always say it's my fascinating age, and age is a number, and mine is unlisted. So, Vince, where are you at? Let's see, there you are.
Yeah, we good. I'm gonna give some updates real quick. So I was just let you introduce really quick. Asia's over there working hard on getting your guys' training up there and everything.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Krista now that she's here live today? Sure. Krista, we gave you a big shout out yesterday, and of course we share with everybody you're working with the ministry, and for the incredible bio accolades, we call them, that you put together for me. And it was so good for everybody to see, you know, where I had come from all those 30 years of experience in direct sales. So she is the woman of the hour. So I want us all to applaud her and say, Krista, you are the woman in the messenger, because she really got out the message to you on experience, because it's important that you have our bios, and we're getting all of the rest of them put together this week. And Krista, we won't overload you with that though. Krista's looking at me like, oh my gosh. No, Krista, we won't overload you with that. So she's given us a good template to work off of on is it Canva? Canva.com. Am I saying that right? So if you want to create flyers and things that look really sharp, then that would be the place to go. So thank you, Krista, for that knowledge and wisdom and power that you're giving into the Sales Vision family. You truly are an earth angel. That's what I called her the other day. She's such a sweetheart. We talked for 4 hours after the webinar the other day. I know, right? We're sisters of the heart. We've got a lot in common. A lot of the same background. So back to you, Vince. I just wanted to make sure that Krista knew how much we loved and appreciated her before we moved on.
For sure. What's that? You good? Okay. All right, cool. Asia wants to put show a video really quick. Dan White did this video. It was awesome. I was like, wow, that kind of gave me a full backstory.
Oh, great.
Right. Yeah. So let me, and this is what I'm gonna be working on too, so you guys can know. All right, Asia, I gotta see your thing. I'm looking for it. Man, there's a bunch of y'all up here on a Sunday. Okay, there we go. And then I'm making you a host. Oh, okay, co-host, that's cool. There, now you should be able to show. I couldn't hear the last time you were playing that speaker though, so I don't know. You're muted right now.
The screen, Vince.
There,
Yeah.
now you're good.
You see the screen.
They can see the screen. You have to unmute yourself though over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot, there's a lot of desktop stuff on the screen though. Are you wanting to show?
What's up, guys and girls?
Can you hear the screen?
Yeah, you kind of have an echo.
You have to turn off your volume on your side because we're in the same room. Sorry guys, we have a little bit of technical. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting this new office setup going. All right. How about now?
All right, guys. So can you guys see my screen on my computer here?
Yes.
I can just see a desktop with message.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
All right, hang on.
We know what you're working on.
That's my last thing.
How do I do this? Let me see. 1 second. Oh, desktop too. Sorry. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So I want to introduce Vincent Ortega for those of you who have not, are new to the webinar. Thank you so much for coming. So here's one of our affiliates here, Dan. So the best way for me to introduce Vincent Ortega is for you to listen to his testimony. Okay, give me 1 second here.
What is up, guys and girls? It's Dan White here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. So I've been asked to do a review on Vincent Ortega, the man himself. So first, in all transparency, let me say I've never yet had the pleasure of meeting Vincent in person, but I have spoken to him messenger several occasions. And I've been lucky enough over the years to meet with some of the big online marketers and meet some of them face to face and talk to many of them online, so-called heavy hitters, people who are able to recruit thousands of people into their business over a relatively short space of time. So this is my personal experience with Vincent. Like I said, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him just yet, but if you disagree or agree with anything I have to say, then just drop a comment down below. But what I found was I first came across Vincent. I've seen him before in another business which was very successful online. And then a short while ago, or back about a year ago actually, I saw a sales funnel of his and a video that he'd made for a business which I was involved in and still am. But I wasn't in his team or part of his downline, but I reached out to Vincent via Facebook Messenger, and I asked him if I could take that video or copy the sales funnel even, take his video and edit it, even though I wasn't part of his downline or part of his team. He very politely and quickly replied to me and said, sure man, take it, do whatever you want with it. If you can get value from it or help anybody with it, then go right ahead. So that's one of the first messages I had, first experience I had with Vincent. So I took his sales funnel, basically copied it, took his video and edited it a little bit to make it personal, more personal to me. And I later joined him in the Sales Vision, which is an amazing opportunity where you can actually make money, improve your knowledge, improve your communication skills, financial skills, and more importantly, you could just have fun while learning and earning. And that's Heaven and Earth 360 and the Sales Vision. So that is my personal experience with Vincent. I have actually messaged him and asked if I could do a more personal interview with him to interview the CEO of Sales Vision for you guys, so I could get a kind of one-on-one Zoom call or something like that with him, Skype or Zoom call. He hasn't replied to that one yet, so I've gone ahead and made this video for you as best I can. So that's my personal experience with Vincent. And from what I can see, he just gives and gives. Now, one thing you must remember online, he's certainly been an inspiration and a help to me. But one thing you must remember online is that the more popular you get, the more haters you're going to get, as well as people who love you. And the unfortunate thing is, if you do 100 things good and you do one thing bad, then people tend to remember you for that one thing. And yeah, anyway, let's just get on with the video. Take a look at this video. That's my quick review of my personal experience with Vincent. Vincent, get back to me, bro. Let's do a Skype. Let's do a Zoom. Let me do an interview with the CEO so I can give it to my people. So for now, guys, that's my opinion, my personal opinion, my experience of Vincent. And take a look at the video clips which are coming up.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Dan. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dan, for that great testimonial. And yes, we will get with Vincent on a Zoom call so you can, get connected with all your members on your team. All right, Vincent, you're going to take
Yeah, for sure. Hey, brother, just want to say, will you mute that really quick? It's funny we're in the same. Thanks for the testimonial vibe. That was cool. I like how it's just real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just super, super real. And that's what it's all about. Like a lot of people, when you're starting out online, because like the whole premise of what we've been talking about lately is what would you do if you had to start over, right? Because everybody's having to start over. And so yesterday we talked about it, and well, I think it was yesterday. Man, time's been flying by. And we talked about promoting and how it gets all done and all these good things. And so what we've been doing together lately, right, is building up the games on the inside of salesvision.com, which is exciting. So I want to show you guys my screen. So Asia, I'm going to take the screen back from you.
Yeah,
go ahead and undo your screen. You should be able to. There you go. Boom. And then I'm going to take you guys over to this desktop. All right, let me know if you guys can see the screen really quick. Golden. All right. Cool. All right, yeah, so let me know you say you can see it. Okay, cool. All right, so yesterday we talked about what I would do if I'd start over, right? So right here on the very top, it's just very simple. We were going through a quick little document. I'll actually share this with you guys right now, all right? And it's kind of one of those situations where when you are just starting out, it's literally all about that trust factor. It's like, where are you going to feel right? Where are you going to feel comfortable? So first thing I want you guys to do is go to salesvisionfamily.com if you are new here, all right? So if you're new here, go to salesvisionfamily.com. When you land on that, you're going to see our actual private Facebook group where we're going to, well, it's public/private. We haven't really announced it yet. So there's only 2,500 people in here. We normally have like anywhere from 50 to 100,000. I have several groups like that. So it's going to get crazy here shortly. We're right in the beginning phases of everything. So if you're new here, or if you don't have a membership, just say I'm new over there in the comments. We haven't really promoted this out yet. Just say I'm new. And if there's a bad echo, that might be because Asia's not muted. There we go. All right, so you guys should be good now. So say I'm new really quick. So if you guys have that echo, yeah, we should be golden. All right, it's because I muted her out. Yeah, so let's say I'm new. I think there's probably just a few people maybe. So that's really the thing. And then some people don't. Like they're all scared. They don't even say something. It's funny. But, what we talked about the other day is like you got to have a family to run with, just like anything in life. So for those of you guys who weren't here, that's what we talked about. You got to have like one like kind of place that you can just kind of put your mind and know that you're going to be safe and protected. And so that's why I want you guys to check that out. That's what I did when I started out. I went online and I started searching around because I saw mom build amazing communities and culture, right? So I had to have that same thing online. And so that's what I did. I found that. Then I started promoting a product and service that I loved, all right, which was something back. It was like a tool, like a digital tool. And so that's what I found out, that you got to find something that you trust and believe in. So that's why you'd want to go to salesvision.com. All right. Go to salesvision.com and check that out. You can kind of go through a little bit of everything. For those of you guys who are already members, we have a few updates in here, which is exciting. But we have it all set up for your phone, which is really cool. All right. And other than that, all you got to do is click the big old button that says click to get sales online. You're going to go get a free account and a black card with $1 on it, and you're gonna get started with our first level of Speed Wealth. And Speed Wealth is gonna teach you exactly the beginnings process of like when you were just starting out. So it's simple. That's what I want you guys to know who are here with us. Like all people have to do is go to one page, right? They see what we're all about. They go to the second page, they order their card, and then number 3 is they land right here on this beginning, right here at this $100 challenge. So that's where your new members are going, is right to this level. And then you got to think that too, that you're going to see a bunch of videos of you guys who are taking action. I mean, it's like the ultimate testimonials reel. Like it's actually real videos versus like, hey, do a testimonial of me and say this, right? Like Dan, yours was like super real for being a testimonial, but this is like even better because everybody is actually taking action and doing these videos and doing reviews on everything, and you can kind of see what people's value are. That's why on the dashboard, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we put the $100 challenge on the homepage. So it's all down here. So all you guys are getting videos up here as well. So which is cool. You guys are getting all kinds of exposure, which is neat. And then for those of you guys who have been here with us, we just updated the apprentice games. The professional games with Leadership Pro 360 with Mom, which is the bomb. And then Mindset Pro 360 as well with Mom and Asia. So they both are like rocking together. That's what Asia's been working so diligently on. So definitely want to go into the professional games and check out Mindset Pro and Leadership Pro if you guys haven't seen these yet. Okay. So that is what's cool. You're going to love the videos, love the vibes. For now, you guys are going to get 1,000 points right away too. Because remember, there's no comments. You guys haven't seen this yet. So go check it out and see what you think of those after we get off of here. And other than that, the other updates, the marketplace is back in action. So click on the marketplace. You guys are going to see a salesvision.market. This is the Amazon store of all Amazon stores, right? So when you recommend somebody to one of our products one time, right, you're going to have their customer information is going to be tracked to you for the rest of their life. So every single sale for the rest of their life that they buy off of SalesVision Marketplace, you guys are going to get commissions on, which is exciting. So it's this, and it's built like Amazon. We can put as many things as we want on here. We're starting with these awesome banker wallets and like technology looking wallet things, but we have a bunch of things that we're about to launch on here. We can even launch toilet paper if we keep jacking around and saying that, but we can put anything we want on here. That's the exciting part. So if you guys check out any of those cards and those wallets, so I actually have a bunch of them here that I could show off, but what we're going to do for now is just keep moving forward. I wanted to let you guys know that that's back up so you get to start seeing that vision as well. And then this is what I'm doing right now. I want to show you guys behind the scenes what I'm really working on. Is I'm working on the sales video that is going to literally explain everything. So if you typed in something like Online Sales Pro Vincent Ortega Jr., you're going to see the kind of videos that I do. So they're all like these high level lifestyle type vibes that give, caricatures and animation and all kinds of things. So I'm going to show you this really quick. This is the main thing you got to do when you are just starting out. You got to have a video that just kind of explains everything. Okay, that's really the key to it. So once you have a video that explains everything, then you can just promote right to it and you're golden. So that's what I've been working on for Sales Vision. But I just want to give you an example of how this kind of works whenever we're rocking normally. All right, so I'm gonna just play this. It's gonna be glitchy, of course, but it'll be it's smooth normally, obviously. So hold on really fast. We'll get this vibe.
$100,000. Children always having the latest and greatest toys, a few $1,000s per month. And family vacations whenever we want, a minimum of $10,000. But the freedom of owning an online automated business that allows me to be with my family 24/7, 365 days a year, and never miss a moment of my children growing up, that's priceless. Hey there, my name is Vincent Ortega Jr., and I've been an online sales professional for almost a decade now. You are here on this website because you want to build a simple and profitable online business that will earn you an income that will give you the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, just like my family and I get to do every single day. I get it, and you may or may have not seen people just like me in the past promising you the world.
All right, so that's what as you can see, that was back in 2016. That's like 5 years ago. So I've been doing videos like this for a long time. You can go on here. You can check out Now Lifestyle. You can check out Online Sales Pro. You can see Traffic Authority. I did a video. So like all of these big companies that blast off, I always do the sales video for them. So that's really what you have to look for. Where's the sales video that you can just put people in front of and then it just lets it go, right? Lets it go for you. And that's really what we got right now so far on Sales Vision is when you land on this page, it'll tell you a little bit about what you get, but it hasn't gone to that level that you guys are about to see. That's where everything really starts cooking. And so that's what I've been working on the animation behind the scenes, working with my designers, my guys that develop all this stuff. It's like crazy when you go to animation, they have to like build the design and then take the character and move them around. It's so cool. So that's kind of like the main thing that I've been working on. That's why we're like freaking tired and going crazy. We haven't gone to sleep. So once these are done, that's the beauty. Like, so that's what I want you guys to realize. Like, if you're new or if you guys have been with us rocking and rolling, like when times start to get a little bit like, oof, it's like, oh my gosh, so you're putting in a lot of effort and you're like, your body's like, whoa, like that's like where the explosion's about to happen. But most people give up, right? Most people give up right when they're at that moment where they're going to start breaking through. All right. So that's what I want you guys to understand. So everybody put breakthrough over there in the comments. Everybody put breakthrough over there in the comments, because that's really the main problem that happens with people. They get to this moment where it's like, oh, it's so tiring, and they just give up, right? And everybody else around you, that's where you got to really understand your surrounding is everything. So if there's not people around you that are encouraging you, that are telling you that you're powerful, that are telling you you can absolutely do whatever your mind is putting it down into your mind, right? So that you put it out into that vision board or onto your screens, right? A lot of people will do that. They'll put it on the back of their phones where they want to be, what kind of life they want to go to. So that's really what you guys got to understand, is that all these little elements, you got to have that community online. You got to have an easy sales video right there for you. And you got to have a product and service that's absolutely phenomenal, that absolutely like makes your referrals happy. All right. So over there in the comments, just say, I've been happy. If you guys have been in sales vision, been happy with what you guys have been getting. Okay. So that's the main thing. Like when you refer people to something, you got to make sure that all your referrals are going to be happy and excited. All right. I've been happy, stoked. I love it. I love all the engagement. All right. So that's the main thing. So that's what we've been working on. We're working on the fun little new sales video that's going to be awesome. The other thing I was talking about yesterday is you need to start building an email list and text message list. So that's what I'm going to show you. We've been working on behind the scenes as well, is we're trying to integrate the emails and the texting for you guys too. We're trying to like go wild. Okay. We're trying to go from like you guys sharing just an affiliate link to being able to share a phone number as well that tracks all your sales, and then an automated bot that talks to you through the text message process. All right. It's crazy. There's like a lot of stuff that we just realized, that all those leads that you guys are getting from the diamond rotator, like a lot of them sit there and they're leads that you don't really understand what to do with. So we're going to get this automated bot on it where they start asking the questions that we would tell you to ask anyway. All right. So we're going to have like both of these things going on. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes for that. The other thing we talked about yesterday, clean up social media. So for those of you guys who saw that webinar, make sure you clean up your social media in terms of getting rid of all the negative news and negative nonsense that's out there, right? And so you definitely don't want that. Then we talked about how to promote the Webby for today. All right, so it was cool. It was like neat to have you guys like actually take action on the webinar. So we're gonna start doing that every time. And we're gonna get in a routine and a rhythm of webinars happening on a certain day every single day. So that's the exciting part that we've been working with. The front end of things. Let's see, the back end of things, we were talking about all kinds of exciting things where you guys can start doing personal one-on-ones with us and group coaching and just get really diving deep into the next level. Plus, earn the $1,000 commission. So $1,500 commissions on 2 levels is what we're going to be opening up next, which is super exciting. And that's what we're going to talk about. You guys are going to get like a full-on, just like complete, like it's like when Thor came in and Sherry, like you guys are going to get your own game built. You're going to get your own vibe like created. And we're also working on a book right now. Okay. So we're working on a book that you guys are going to be chapters in that book. We've done this in a past company. It's so much fun to make a book together. And Mom's book, just real quick to show you, Mom actually has a book. So I'm going to talk about that actually for a second, about the book, Mom, that we're going to be coming out with everybody. So for those of you guys who are like new to this, just make sure you go to salesvision.com. You kind of see that this is what we do. We talk about behind the scenes situations as we're building right now as a company. It's super fun. So if you go to like Jillian Ortega on Amazon, right, you can see it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Okay, so I'm going to share this link so you guys can see it. So her book is translated in like 1 million languages. Pretty much
not 1 million.
I know, pretty much all of them.
3 plus English. How about that?
For sure, for sure. And then I want to show you guys this other thing. I want you guys to go here. We don't have one on us for some reason. I'm in this book right here, The Miracle Morning. I get leads all the time from it. Okay, so Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. Okay. I am in the dead center of this book, and it's my miracle morning that I talk about. I'm going to show you guys what that is in the future here shortly. But what's cool is this book got huge as well, and I get tons of leads from it. So you're going to see, like, we're putting all this offer together. Like, when you guys take action and when you refer other people that take action on it, you know, you're going to see how, like, you're going to get a part of something where it's going to give you leads forever, like these books do. So, Mom, just talk real quick, like, how exciting is it to be in a book? I mean, because that's what you guys don't understand. Like Thor, that you guys already came, Sherry, you guys that already paid up front for these things, you guys are gonna be in this book. So you best believe that's what's gonna be exciting. But what's it like, Mom, when you have a book to hold and say I'm part of it?
Well, it's pretty awesome. You know, of course, that's based off from experience, right? So when I was approached by Wiley and Sons, they're one of the largest publishing houses in New York, actually. And so, yeah, it was pretty, it took my breath away because, here I am, a girl that came from Ireland with $20 in her pocket and created the dream life, so they wanted to spotlight and highlight that story. And then within the book talks about all of the experiences that I had along the way and the people that I met. So I sat at the feet of giants. So you'll read about their stories and how they became a success story right along with me. And then I think we mentioned this the other day, Vince, it's not just mentoring people in direct sales either. This book is a book that we were able to take and mentor companies like the Hong Kong, Shanghai Bank Corporation, BizFest, which is a group that I teach of inspiring leaders that are Hispanic here in Kansas City. And I'm their keynote speaker every year. And then Albert Pujols, of course, the very famous baseball player in Los Angeles. He started out in St. Louis as the Rookie of the Year. And as a matter of fact, all his memorabilia is down here in our lower level. We have a tri-level in our house. So I'm coming to you from the lower level of our home today, where we're excited about eventually having you guys travel in for a mastermind here, because that's going to happen, I have a feeling, before you know it.
How many people you think have been through this? So a lot of people that don't know her background, it's like she built a $50 million in generation of sales team in Mary Kay. So how many events have you had at that place, Mom?
Gosh, well, let's see. We've had 2 homes in this neighborhood. So collectively, we've been here 30 years in our neighborhood. We love it. I'd say, oh gosh, Vincent, I should have probably added that up, but hundreds of thousands of people in and out of here, I would say, over the last 30 years, for sure. But we put on an incredible event here in our lower level down here. This is considered a tri-level. It's really set up for banquets and catering, and it's got its own self-sustained kitchen. And so we hire our private chef to come in and spoil everybody. And of course, it's decorated to the hilt. So we always theme it. So there's always going to be a theme. So when y'all come in, we're going to be theming it. So Krista, wherever you are, you're going to be one of the ones that'll be helping me with the theme for that. But I did like the fact that they picked the title for the book, was something that we were struggling with at first. I wanted to call it $20 and a Dream. The publishers wanted to call it It's Not Where You Start, It's Where You Finish. So they won. As publishing houses usually do, because with the literary agent and also having other connections within Wiley and Sons, their logic made sense. And so it's been selling. It is one of their longest selling books in Wiley and Sons. So I'm very proud of that, because then they did translate it in 3 different languages. I do have the Russian version here. So it's translated in Russian, Vietnamese, and Chinese. The Chinese one and the Vietnamese one, they're out on loan right now with people. And the Chinese one actually went to a Hollywood producer. They're looking at putting my story on the big screen. That's the next big thing, which I'm just in awe of. But of course, that process has slowed down a little bit because of what has happened, but not that it's not going on behind the scenes. So that's going to be another great element in my life. And I'm just so grateful for the people that walked into my life. That's what I would say the most about the book. To me, the book is awesome, but it's the people that made my life awesome are really the rock stars, and they're highlighted in the book. And that gives me great joy, because there's no great joy in having a book written just about you. There's other people that have impacted your destiny. And I call it run after your destiny, because God will bring the people into your life that will help you run and race across that finish line. And that's what we're doing here as a community, as a family. I loved getting to know everybody better yesterday. So as we hear your stories, that's going to be going then into another book. And who knows, you may be a part of the movie. you just never know. I don't know how Hollywood wants to work with that. And that's another big project for me this upcoming year. So Vince, I hope that answers your question, but the most fun part again for me is the impact that I've had on so many people's lives. That's it. That I didn't remain a victim of circumstance, that I rose above it. And I had a very strong mother that taught me how. So does that answer your question?
Yeah. I mean, it's just when people see you and you have a book, I mean, it's a completely different world. So that's why we're excited to have you guys involved in that as well. And so we just have a lot of updating that we've been doing lately. And so we're probably just going to talk a little bit about the experience that we're putting together, right? So right now, everything's in draft form. As you guys know, Fazell, our designer who does all of our amazing graphics, well, some of you guys know, he got sick and then had all kinds of stuff happen to him. So then now he's back in action. So we're going to get everything dialed back in graphic wise and video wise, which is cool. So COVID is cray. It's like, it was making all kinds of people, messed up for a while. But now we're back in action. We're good to go. Asia, I believe you have the document that we were working on talking about how we're putting everything together. So, boom.
You guys are powerful. They're coming. They're coming.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to share the screen and give you a little bit of information of can you guys see Life Mastery on my screen yet? Does it?
Yeah.
Does it show?
Yeah.
I cannot see the chat. Hang on a minute.
We can see your screen, Asia.
Okay, so they can see the screen, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. So what we're doing right now is we're going to be providing a high ticket commission for you guys. And if you're at the diamond level, if you're apprentice level, you make 10%. And then professional level, you make 20%. And then at the diamond level, you'll make 30% commission. So this is what we call high ticket commission. Now, if you guys are, watch my training videos, when you go through the Mindset 360 training, I always talk about, the same way I teach you how to close a $7 sale is exactly the same way I'm going to teach you how to close a high ticket offer or $5,000 sale. It doesn't matter what the amount is. The process of closing a sale is the same way. So a high ticket commission is pretty powerful because it's gonna, it's a lot of money for some people. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put together a coaching session. So it'll be a mastermind group coaching session. For those of you who do not know me and you're new to the webinar, welcome on the webinar. So I own a team in Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Nevada Properties. I have about 40 agents on my team. And so I'm gonna be working with National Sales Director Jillian Ortega on this mastermind group session. So the live mastery is going to be about working with you in a group session. And Jill, Mom, do you want to go ahead and talk about your life mastery? I can start program. So let me
see if I can
you hear me, Mom?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have
Can
to
you hear me?
unmute you. Can she hear me?
No, you have to unmute me.
Oh,
yeah. Now I can hear you. Yes, for sure. And when we're looking at the life mastery, and that's, let me see if I can collapse the chat here. Hang on a second. There. Okay. So life mastery, we have two different programs, and one of them is called I Can Start. This is what I am known for in my training and in getting people's mindsets to open up into $1 million mindsets. So is there anybody here that would love to learn and to grow into $1 million producer? Anybody? I would say that's everybody on here, right? Because the more you earn, the more you give, right? The more you can give. So with the I Can Institute, I'm a certified trainer from that. And so this is a program that comes out of that. And we're calling it Life Mastery for You 360. Two different programs. I can start and I can finish. Now, in the chat, I want you all to write in there if you started at one point to go towards your dream and you stopped. You can chat in there and say, yeah, that was me, you know. So it's one thing to start it, but to start well. So there's different modules within this program that we're going to take you through and coach you through. So then I become more of a life coach for you, because my goal will be to help you cross over the finish line, not just starting it, but finishing and finishing well. So when you look at the I Can Start program that she has up on the screen, Asia's got it up there for you. The orientation, the first part that we're going to work on is learn how to create and effectively implement goals. Now, a goal that we make, you know, everybody makes goals. Everybody makes goals New Year's Eve, and on New Year's Day, like 2 days later, 3 days later, you know, they're going to the gym, and then 4 or 5 days later, they quit. So when you start on setting a goal, it's effectively implementing the goal that's important. I've got you a little example of your brain today. I don't know if y'all could see this. This is a human brain, but not a real one. It's one that was made. So on the inside, of course, there's different parts of our brain that works and is triggered by emotion, by goal setting, by dreaming, but then putting it into play is a whole different story. So there's a few things I want to tell you about your brain real fast. In case you didn't know these statistics, the human brain is the largest brain of all vertebrates relative to body size. It weighs about 3.3 pounds, just in case you didn't know that. 3.3 pounds. The average male has a brain volume of 1,274 cubic centimeters. Guys, you might want to write that one down. This is good stuff to know. And the average female has a brain volume of 1,131 centimeters. So the brain makes up about 2% of a human's body's weight. So when you're looking at it, when you're looking at the nerve cells, it has 86 billion nerve cells. 86 billion. So everything that we do is obviously impacted by how we think, right? And what we are programming ourselves to believe. It contains billions of nerve fibers also, and these neurons are connected by trillions of connections or synapses. So I'm going to take you through this training in a way that you will never, ever forget how to be a success story. So lesson 1 will be the awareness in the now. Where are you right now? Where do you want to go? And then we create an actual plan for you. There are going to be tools that we're going to be sending you also to fill out as assessment of where you are and where you want to go, because that's the blueprint. You've got to have the blueprint. Lesson 2 would be connecting the dots. So how do you connect the dots? And then how your past influences the present. That's a part of the trigger cycle, but we're going to go into it in a little bit more detail with this particular program. Lesson 4 would be stopping self-sabotage. If there's anybody on here that has sabotaged yourself out of success, put in me in the chat if you've ever done that. Now, I bet you everybody on here, Asia would say at one point in time, they have sabotaged themselves out of a success story. So my goal is to get you right on track and share with you all of the tools in my toolbox that I have to help you stay in your zone so that you don't self-sabotage out. Level 5, or lesson 5, I'm calling it level 5, it shouldn't be, lesson 5, power of now. So the power of being in the moment, the power of now. What are you doing now in the moment to become a success story? Lesson 6 will be creating the laser focus. I don't know if you've ever seen a laser beam. It's very clear on where it's going. It's not spread out all over the place. So giving you a laser focus. 7 would be creating momentum. So then how do you create momentum, not just for yourself, but for your team? So many of you here have teams already on your team. So we're going to be helping you to create the momentum, not just for you to start, but also to collectively bring your team together and raise them up with you so that you have a winning team. And then number 8 would be expanding your set point. So we'll get you to the level where you aspire to be. And of course, you've got to follow along, right, in order to be a success story. We'll have a whole lot of fun doing this together. But expanding your set point then to this next level. Where do you want to take it? Where do you want to go? Do you just want to be at one level in your life, or is there another level that you choose to go to? So we talk about that and we get into that in detail. Again, there's wonderful charts and wonderful neuroscience modules to this that we'll be bringing into the project and into the training. And then the Life Mastery 360 is a different one altogether. It's I Can Finish. The I can start would be for those of you that have started and stopped. Those of you that are in a good place right now to finish well, this is the one for you, and or for your teams, and or bringing that to others for them to come into this program and learn and grow so that they can finish whatever goal it is. If they want to be $1 million producer, if they want a new home, if they want to be able to have money to travel the world, whatever their goal is, and everybody's goal will be different. So creating a fantastic finish. You know, when you see a sprinter and you see people in the Olympics and you see them even passing the baton when they are doing in a relay race, you know, creating that fantastic finish is always in the mindset first. You have to believe it, right, Asia? You got to believe it to achieve it. So how do you create that fantastic finish, and how does that look on a vision board, and how do you bring that into play into your career, and also transfer the tools to your team? So that's what's so exciting, is there'll be great tools that you will have, you'll be able to then bring to your team and be duplicatable yourself. Lesson 1 would be breathing yourself past. So how do you get into your heart and soul and mind? How do you get over past failure so that you can fail forward? You know, we never say you fail forward. So we teach you a lot about that and give you some really good tools in how to work through those moments that were in the past in your core beliefs and values, that now we're going to breathe you past it. So we're going to get you past that. And lesson 2 would be mastering the focus. It's kind of like the blinders on a thoroughbred. You know, there's a great saying, be a thoroughbred, not a nag. So when you're thinking about the, what is it? What's that one big race in Kentucky? If you're from Kentucky, help me out here with this one. But there's a great big race in Kentucky every year with the champion horses. So when you look at a horse, they have blinders on. They can't look to the right and they can't look to the left. So we give you tools to help you focus and master your focus. Lesson 3 would be getting into the flow. Okay, so how do I get into the flow and stay in the flow so that I don't get off track? So that one is one of my favorites, because Vince Jr. will probably tell you and say an amen to this. I am all about having structure in my life. So in order for me to learn and have learned that structure, then of course I had to invest in learning all of this, right? So for me, it's you've got to have, and I don't know if Asia is unmuted or not, but her and I have talked about this a lot this last few weeks about order and structure, but it's boundaries first. Order and structure will give you simplicity. And that's the boss philosophy that we both came up with actually the other day. So we added another S onto the end of it. So now you become the boss. So getting into the flow, staying in the flow, staying in your lane so that you don't allow anybody exterior to knock you off course. There's definitely neuro tools there that you'll want to have in your toolbox in order to build large and wide and globally. You know, when we think about Dan's in Thailand, you know, he's a global affiliate. So he'll have people probably in England too, Dan, from what we were talking about yesterday, where you're originally from, that eventually will be on your team if they're not already. So, you know, how do you get into the flow with all of them and get them all moving in the same direction? And then finishing strong, you know, finishing strong is key, you know. You don't want to just kind of halfway finish. So we're going to teach you how to finish strong in whatever goal it is that you want. And then lesson 5 would be savoring the win and anchoring into the success, so that it's like Vince Sr.'s yacht. You know, he's got a big anchor in the front of that yacht. And so the anchor has to anchor in order for the yacht to stay in place, or it's going to go all over the place. And so it's going to be not a good thing, because it could go into rocks. It could, all kinds of terrible things happen on lakes if you don't have your anchor out. You know, they all tie up together, so they could be like smashing into each other and, you know, and just destroying each other's property on the lake. So that's not good. So we're going to teach you how to then, once you got the win, savor it, but then anchor in your success. What happens to a lot of people is they get to a certain level and they get complacent. And so then they don't move forward beyond that. So that's where the anchoring into your success is important. For me, it wasn't just becoming a success once, it was becoming a success multiple times in the 30 years that I was in Mary Kay. And of course, for me, every year was a benchmark to reach another benchmark. So did I ever go backwards? Yep, when I wasn't anchored. And so I learned very early on when I wasn't anchored that if you want to know the temperature of your organization and you're all building your own teams, you want to put the thermometer in the leader's mouth. So, you know, when we get off course and we're not anchored, then that can happen. So we teach you and give you the tool set so that you don't do that to yourself. That's another big sabotage moment that you do as a successful entrepreneur in the world. So you've got to have the tools in order to be the big time success story and to have it as your legacy. That's what this is all about. Starting and finishing is about legacy. If you don't start, you don't have a legacy. If you don't finish, you don't have a legacy. But different people here, as far as the affiliates, Vince will have different goals and different dreams. So you'll know yourself where you are if you need to be in an I can start or if you need to be in an I can finish. And then, of course, your big momentum here for you would be, I'm going to have Asia explain it. She's going to come back in and explain to you that what the program is going to do and also what it's going to do for you, because it's going to increase wealth for you once you have other people that are part of this program. So if you want to unmute, Asia, I think you're unmuted for that, and then you're going to talk about yours, right?
Yes, I am. So for those of you, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about me. So I started to be an entrepreneur when I was 12, and then I was introduced to network marketing when I was 17. But I was hopping from one network marketing company to the other, thinking that was something, there was a problem with all of them. And then I met Vincent Ortega online and joined Internet Lifestyle Network and was one of the top affiliates there. So I went from being 0 to building a team over, you know how it just kind of multiplies. So about 300 to 500 people. And then what I did after that was I started a real estate company in Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Nevada Properties. So we went from $40 million to $100 million in sales using the same exact technique that I learned from Vincent. So internet marketing and network marketing and real estate. So what we're going to do with this group coaching mastermind session, this will be your high ticket offer. And the value you get is you're going to get to be in a group coaching session with me and National Sales Director Jillian Ortega. And on my group training, what you'll get under the Life Mastery with me is, of course, you're going to get my Mindset 360 training. Now, we're going to give you guys some testimonial of other people that have taken the Mindset 360 training. It's so powerful. The reason why it's so powerful is because it is so simple, but the simplicity is what it makes it powerful. The other thing is, I always mention to everybody that once you complete the Mindset 360 training, it's no longer about you. It's going to be about your prospects. So you have to learn to remove yourself out of the picture, remove your ego, remove your insecurity, remove everything about you. You have to just focus 100% on the prospect. So that's why taking my Mindset 360 training is very powerful for you, because it's all about you on the Mindset 360 training. And that's available inside our business games. And that's available for you to give your prospects for free. I see, Dan doing a really good promotion just now on Facebook. He talks about multiple streams of income. If you have multiple streams of bills, why don't you have multiple streams of income? And then what he did was, but you need to fix your mindset before you start earning, the sale. So Dan, if you go to Dan's Facebook, you'll see what the post was. But anyway, so let me go back to this one. So when you're training with me, now level 1, I'm going to go over with you. It's called Servant Heart Leadership. Level 2 is not about you. It's about your prospects. Level 3, knowing your target market. Level 4, income producing activities. That's like my favorite word. Whenever I train my agents or the Sales Vision family, I always tell them, do income producing activities, do income produce. But I'll explain to you guys what that means when you guys are in our mastermind coaching session. Level 5 is free Facebook lead strategy. So I'm an expert at recruiting on social media. It doesn't matter which platform it is, I can train you. I can train you on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, all kinds of social media, because I used to be obsessed about learning all kinds of strategy. Level 6 is I'm going to teach you guys how to read Facebook profiles, because there was a webinar that we did where I explained to you there is levels in terms of reading Facebook profiles. So what you guys need to be an expert at is checking out who's the newbies, and then upcoming leaders, and then there's the superstar leaders like Vincent Ortega. He's like, you know, superstar, right? But then for me, I like to I can recruit the superstar leaders, but right now what I'm doing with the Sales Vision family is I'm building all the leaders in our group, like Dan, like Thor, like Damien and Ryan. There's so many of you guys, Mary, Tina, Betsy, and all of you guys there. But anyway, so reading Facebook profile is very important, because I'm going to teach you guys how to do reverse marketing. Because a lot of times when you're new in this industry, people tend to jump from one thing to the other because they don't have real mentorship. So this one will eliminate the shiny object syndrome, because I'm going to teach you guys how to reverse market. It's very, very simple. I've been kind of coaching Damien how to do this. So he probably will give you a little bit of testimonial of how I've been coaching him. So level 7 is called inbox marketing. So I can teach you this in Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Doesn't matter which social media. It's the same, you know, principle. Level 8, I'm going to teach you guys about building rapport, asking questions, and listening to their pain points. Because remember, it's no longer about you, it's about the prospects. And then level 9, so we're going to talk about, you know, leveraging your leaders or your sponsor. So if you're new to the internet marketing industry or network marketing industry, or even just a business owner, you have to leverage the success of others and just start where you are. People actually, they appreciate that you come just as you are. Like my twin sister, Elizabeth Frey, she posted a video of her saying, I just made $1,500 in 6 months. You know, some people would be laughing at that. Oh, she only made $1,500 in 6 months. But to just make $1 on the internet, it will click something in your brain, and then you'll learn to scale your business. But you want to, you know, you want to come as you are. So don't what's the word for it? Like don't compare your chapter 1 to another person's chapter. So basically, it's about you taking the action. Be kind to yourself, and then you know, things start to snowball for you. So leveraging your leaders or sponsor is very, very important. So I teach you the strategy of how to do it. You know, there's a lot of you guys who are upcoming leaders in Sales Vision, and a lot of you guys always message me, this leader is trying to recruit me, or this, what do I say to them? And I always teach you guys a very simple strategy of how to turn the conversation around and then reverse market them. Level 10, okay, it's called the money is in the follow-up. So for you guys who are diamond members, one of the things that you guys are going to get from being a diamond member is personal coaching. Well, I'm going to be putting like little tidbits in the diamond member section, but eventually what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing super Saturdays. So you guys get like my training on closing techniques if you're a diamond member. Okay. Also, the money is in the follow-up, because a lot of you guys are diamond members. You guys get free players or paid players. I'll teach you guys how to reach out to your leads and then convert them into sale. Level 11, asking for the sale, and my secret closing techniques and reverse marketing strategy as well. Level 12 is called online team duplication. So for those of you who are good at recruiting, and then you're wondering why is your team members not good at recruiting, I teach you guys the secret of online team duplication. Level 13, closing high ticket sales. So when I'm in real estate, when I train my 40 agents, I tell them the same way I teach you how to close a $200,000 home is exactly the same way I'm going to teach you how to close a $3.5 million home. The commission is, you know, is a lot for a $3.5 million home. So it's the same way with you guys. Is I'm going to teach you guys the same technique of how you close a $7 sale. Is exactly how you're going to close this high ticket sales at $5,000. And again, if you guys are at an apprentice level, you make 10% of 5,000. If you're at professional level, you make 20% of 5,000. And if you are at diamond, you make 30% of 5,000. Now remember, there's 2 levels. So level 1 and level 2. So you get paid on leverage. All right, and then another thing that I do very, very good at is I'm a very good phone closer. You get somebody on the phone with me, I'll close. So I'm going to teach you guys how, you know, some simple closing phone techniques as well. And then level 15 is building a loyal team and customers. So in real estate, I built a huge, you know, network of customers that love, and they are crazy about me. Every time they work with me, they say, I don't want to work with any other realtor. I only want to work with you. And it's a skill to know to do that. And that's the skill is in being excellent. And I'll teach you guys those strategies. It's really simple. Anyway, Mom, you have any other, do you want to take the other?
Well, I think it's pretty awesome. I think you maybe unmute everybody and just have some people come in and share with us how much they are like so excited about this and engaging in a shift in mindset, and also having tools, having actual tools that are proven to work. That's the key. It's getting the tools that work. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there, but when you have 2 multi-million-dollar producers training you, like Asia, you over 100 million, right? And in cosmetics, of course, there's a lot of lipsticks and cleansers to get to that $58 million mark for us. You know, so we know how to do this. So we're excited about transferring our skill set to you. So we're going to be looking at doing group. We're going to be looking at it in a group, right? Because you can't travel right now for mindset here. Eventually, we're going to have you guys here. And I don't know if you can see all that or not, but
Turn your volume on.
what's that?
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was unmuted. No,
Yeah, I'm just showing everybody where the mindset's going to be eventually. Like,
sure. I want to send everybody this survey because what we're doing is we're starting this off with a survey. So real quick, I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. So the minimum price for it's going to be $5 grand to do it because we're going to be giving out $1,500 commissions on each level. All right, so that's crazy. If you get 3 people, that's like, what is that, $4,500, whatever it is. So like, but 1 person a month to get in this group coaching situation, you guys are earning $1,500 on your first level and $1,500 on all the people you bring in. So it's cool. So I put the survey in the comments over here so you can check that out. We're going to have this set up in the back end soon where when people come in, they're going to go right directly to this survey as well. So you guys can see the application right here really quick. Let me just say yes if you guys can see it. I'm zooming in right now. All right. So when you guys say yes, you can see it, but let me know. Yes, yes. All right, cool. So definitely go here no matter what. Even if you don't have $5 grand, we still want to hear your story. All right. And we want to, and what we're going to be doing, I want you guys to know is we're going to be doing giveaways of this every single month as well. So there'll be like one $5,000 one given away and things of that nature. So there's going to be a lot. So that's why I want you guys to fill this out no matter what. And this is going to be a situation where we get to find out a little bit more of who our serious people are, right? When you fill out this information. So the first thing you guys are going to be filling out is your first and last name, of course, your email, your phone number, and your business, like what you have so far, your quick story, and then why are you a great candidate for the book game experience? Because remember, this is going to turn into a book. And it's going to be a game on the inside, Life Mastery 360. So it's going to be cool. I can't wait to see the whole design of all this. You'll see how it works. But that's like the main thing about it. Like you guys are going to be in a book forever. Okay. Like, and it's going to go on Amazon and we're going to promote it. It's so easy to get like #1 sellers now when you just, everybody promotes together. Right. And we're going to be putting it on, incentivizing everybody to do so and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll be giving away experiences. So yeah, that's the thing. Like you guys, the ultimate reality of this is to get you guys over to where Mom's at right now in downstairs in that just massive area where we have a blast over there. So that's the thing. But for now, this is going to be a group coaching experience. You'll see how everything's broken down. and laid out even more in the future. And then what's your budget? So for those of you guys who only have 1,000 or 2,500, just let us know, because remember, these kind of situations, right, why we have this in the back end is because people call them high tickets or whatever, but really what it comes down to is when you start spending more money into your business, into your life, you start like putting yourself deeper into like the reality that you're going to have no matter what. It's hard to explain until you do it, but when you actually put out that money, right, you start to actually like take action beyond what you even thought was the desire. I remember the first time I spent $5,000, I went downstairs, I was over at mom's house. I went downstairs, I was like, Mom, what do you think about this? She's like, what? I mean, if you trust him, and this was back in Mark Overson days.
Yeah.
And, you know, when he was there right next to me, I spent $5,000 with him. And then next thing you know, I'm making 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand every single month for the rest of that time. It took that hump, right, to get me to go to that level I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, Mom, you guys were like, if you believe and trust him. So, and then Mark was awesome, like the stuff that we put together before that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we still want you guys to fill us out no matter what, and let us know if you can't, you know, obviously for now, you know, the times, the COVID, all that good stuff. But at the same time, there's a lot of you guys that already have wanted to do these things and we haven't been able to do them. So now we're going to do it as a group coaching. And then of course, when we do it live, you guys are going to be welcome to go live as well with us. And it's going to be exciting, right? So know that. And then we want to know what your version of the perfect life is. The reason why we ask that is because this book, we're putting our name and reputation behind it. Mom's, you know, in all kinds of different locations all over the world, right? So if she puts her name besides you guys, right, we got to make sure that like you guys are striving and going after what we would want for people, you know. So we kind of want to see what your guys' vision are, right, for now, because this is the first book like that we've all done collectively as a fam, and that's what's going to be super exciting. So we're kind of just making sure that the vibes are all going to be, you know, aligned. And anything else you would like us to know that would make you a great candidate for it. So check that out. And then know, for those of you guys who bring people in, right, if you're at the diamond level, you're going to earn 1,500 commissions on the first level and 1,500 on the second level, which is crazy. And then even if you guys are apprentice, you're still going to earn 10%, right? So you'll still earn $500 on the first, $500 on the second. And then pros, you'll be earning 20%, which I believe is right on the dot, 1,000 or 1,250 or something like that. So if you do 20% of 5,000, we'll have all those things down there shortly. But you know, that's the thing, we want to feel out who is serious about it. So even if you don't have that money yet, you know you won't, but you're gonna have it soon, right? Because of us, we're gonna make sure you have that soon, because you don't have to get these things to start making money, but these are the things that will excel you into the next level way faster. And Mom, when you started you know, Mary Kay, and then did your investments back in the day, like how did you always look? Because you always got the highest packages, you always got the highest everything, and you always dove in just like me. What about, why did your commitment level allow you to do that? I know for me, I was at a place where I was like, dude, I'm not looking back at that life. I'm going forward no matter what. So I was all in. What was your?
Well, mine was pretty much the same as yours. You know, it was to change Mom's lifestyle, you know, the second half of her life. I wanted it to be better than the first half. And for you, it was raising you with our values and being around you. So I've invested a lot of money. As a matter of fact, one of the highest end ones that I invested in was I Can Coach. And that was over $8,000 dollars just for me to go to see her. I actually didn't see her.
She didn't invest in yourself.
Yeah, we didn't really see her either. You know, we saw her on screen, kind of like what we're doing here. And then I invited her into Kansas City to teach all of our people, and she made a fortune. You know, so you get to take this information and teach all your people, you know, which is kind of cool. But for me, I needed the skill set. I needed to understand how to build my team bigger, faster, wider, and globally. And that's what this particular training does.
That's awesome. So that's what I want you guys to understand. So when Mom and Asia are going to be like guiding with you the whole time, that's just like insane to have that. It's all about energy though. So like when you guys go to these levels, I want you to understand like the commitment levels also put us in a commitment level to you guys as well. And then for me, on my end of things, I'm going to be putting together your guys' game. I can't wait to show you Thor's that we've already put together, and you'll see how you all will have a legacy game, so you can like pass on to your children, right, and their kids, and so on and so forth. Like how cool
is that a part of it, Vince? I just want to be clear.
Yeah, I'm throwing that. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in for the first 5 people that do it. So we're gonna it's gonna be 10, 20, all that expensive, way more expensive in the future. But for now, the first few of you guys that start at least at that 5, then we're gonna do the game. But like I said, if you guys can't afford the 5, still fill it out so we know you know, who's serious and who wants it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and then that document is right here at the bottom in that comment. So, and then this Diamond Mastermind ticket's going to turn into this, what we're talking about right now. Okay. In fact, I'm going to give that to Clifton. So if you guys are diamonds, you'll see this, but everybody's going to see, it's not going to be Diamond Mastermind anymore. It's going to be that, it's going to be all about the life mastery. All right. Who likes life mastery? I think I love that. Like, it's just like, who doesn't want to master life? It's like, that means you've mastered everything. Right. So that's like, we're going to put a bunch of like little life hacks in it and all kinds of stuff that we know. Mom was really good at finding things, like, because she grew up with nothing. Right. So she was always good at finding things that look like they're way more expensive than they are, and still good quality and a lot cheaper. So there's a lot of stuff that's in there that I learned from moms. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, awesome. Well, I just wanted to get you guys over that. The other thing was, here's the other super exciting news that we haven't talked about yet. And Mom, did you want to say something really quick before I went into this really fast?
I can finish out with something really great, because
yeah, I'm gonna have you finish out with that for sure.
Our goal is for everybody to run towards their destiny, and everybody knows inside of their heart, you know, what that is. And if you don't, that's another part of the I Can Start. We're going to uncover that too, because some people won't allow themselves to dream bigger. And so we tap into that and we figure out, okay, what are those things that are snagging you and holding you back?
Exactly. That's the key. I mean, a lot of people don't. What's something simple like that, Mom, that you've seen hold people back that you've helped overcome? Like, there's people that come to you and they talk about some sort of situation in their life. What was a lot that come up that would hold them back, do you think?
I would say the most common are when they go back to their core beliefs and values and how they were programmed. It's just like programming a computer, you know? So when they go back into the past and they don't know how to reverse engineer that, and then how to apply that into a business model for themselves, and then have the tools that will keep them in motion, because there's a lot of neuro tools that we're going to teach you that would take way too long here to teach you guys. So it has to be in a smaller group. That's why we wanted to do the groups together, because then you'd be playing off of each other and helping each other, supporting each other like a family, like what we all are here. So yeah, I'd say, you know, the most common thing is that people go back to their core beliefs and values, and that's what stops them. So that's why we retrain the brain, you know, so we kind of like wash it out, take it out, wash it out, not literally, but we give you a lot of tools in order to not allow yourself to go there. Because I've been there, you know, we've all been there. We all could say that. And that's why I reach out. It's kind of like if you're sick, you go to the doctor, right? So if there's something not working in your business, you've got to have a coach that can coach you through it and give you that opportunity to succeed. And it takes great coaches to help, especially entrepreneurs like all of you here, to succeed. And that have a proven past too. So Asia and I are going to have a lot of fun with that. And we've already got it all mapped out. It's the whole thing is mapped out. And we're excited about transferring that energy into you guys, and then seeing what you do with it for you and your legacy, because it is all about you at the end of the day. And I won't be doing this forever, for sure. Vince took me out of retirement. So those of you that are here now, then you get the opportunity of having me train you for sure. But I don't know how long that's going to last. But so anyway, we want you guys to really just think about you and your goals, your dreams, your vision. And most of you right now, if you're stuck, you've already made a decision that, you know, you don't want to stay there. Definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different result.
For sure. I love that. I always remember you saying that.
Yeah.
All right. So can you see my screen, Mom, again?
Yep.
All right. So for those of you guys, I had to downgrade myself to a professional because I couldn't see the upgrade button. So when you guys click on upgrade now, and for those of you guys who are diamonds, know this: when you click on upgrade, here's like some crazy news. So diamond membership, right? The normal one is $777 a year, and you go on the rotator. All right. What we realized is that everybody's asking me as well for traffic right now too. So I'm like, well, what if we did a smaller payment option for people to where they could get on something where it was reoccurring, they get leads every single month as well. So we're like, all right, so let's think about doing like a monthly option to get into the diamond rotator, right? And what would be more fair, like for people to just get on. It's easier to understand too. So when you go to upgrade now and you go to Diamond membership payment plan, it's only going to be $100 a month. All right. So $100 a month is $1,200 a year, or you just go for $777 and save yourself $400. So then but what's so exciting about this is we're going to have more people that will get on the lead rotators and generating that. Plus that's $30 on your front level and $30 on your team sales too per month, which is so cool. So it's a huge bonus and benefit to go 777, right? Because you're saving $400, but at least this will allow people to finally get on the rotator and get the leads flowing. And then you're going to see how with the new texting platform that we're creating, like people are going to start getting talked to. All these leads are going to like actually be talked to. So it's going to be so cool. So know that for those of you guys who want to get on the rotator and start going, I know that a bunch of you guys have, like I've heard of some people having 15, 20 leads in their back office. So we're going to teach you guys how to start reaching out to them if they haven't upgraded yet and things of that nature. Because a lot of you guys think just because they're on our email list and they come to these webinars, right, they're going to sign up right away too. Like there's something about a connection, right? When people know that they're connected with somebody else so they can ask questions too. And that's, I mean, you were used to that anyways, Mom, and because like Mary Kay, you built up on the ground pretty much. You didn't do online marketing. And
no, we didn't have computers back then. It's
right.
We didn't have home computers back in 1988, you guys. And we didn't have cell phones. We had beepers. Mm-hmm. And so when I traveled a lot to build my business, you know, as you know, I spent a lot of money on flights here, there, and everywhere to build my team and to make sure that they were taken care of. So we didn't have Zoom. We didn't have this. We didn't have conference calls. So, I mean, we did it like the get in your car, get on an airplane, and off you go, you know. But we had so much fun doing that. I wouldn't trade that for all the money in the world, you know, and all the people that I know all over the U.S. and globally. I could stay with any of them at any time. And that's how close we become as a family. And that's how close we're going to become here as a family too, getting to know each other and your goals and dreams and just watching what you do and succeed. I mean, to me, that's everything. That's the only thing that pulled me back out of retirement was when Vince said he wanted me to come in and help build legacies with the people that are within Sales Vision. I said, okay, all right, I'll do it. So here I am. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun together. And the whole idea is to figure out what you want, the why that makes you cry.
Mm-hmm, for sure. So the diamond, I also want to tell you guys this diamond, what we're going to be advertising that is like the #1 way to generate leads for your network marketing business. So imagine a funnel in a website, right, that talks all about that. They're going to be putting their email in and everything. It's going to go through. So we're going to start building funnels off of this as well. Like I told you guys before, we're just getting like the foundational piece in here because the training and the value and the games, right, that's the key. So when people come in here, just because they use a good system, they got to have that training and the value, right? So we're floating that thing up. And then like we're going to start getting on standard webinar, like timing and all kinds of stuff this week. We're literally dialing in all of that. So that's what I want you to understand. We're going to start building out funnels for different companies and stuff too as well. But the main thing was to get that foundation set. Kind of like we're like building a home. Imagine putting together all the boards and the bricks and everything. Then you get all the beautiful stuff on the inside. And then boom, it starts to really start dialing in. And that's the key. And then for those of you guys who are owed commissions, right, you're going to start getting paid tomorrow on Monday, which is exciting. So instead of, crappy Monday, we're going to be paying on Monday. We flip into Mondays. And other than that, we'll just keep you posted every single day on upgrades and things that are coming out. And I'm working on the sales video like I was talking about earlier, and it should be done this week. All right. And we should be rocking and rolling like a whole sales video that like showcases everything. And other than that, if you guys have any questions, let me know over in the comments. Mom, go ahead and finish with the vibes that you were talking to me earlier with, because that was awesome.
Yeah, I will. And you're going to give them the game, right, for the first 5, but the first 5 also are going to get my CDs. I've got these have gone global too, and you can't get them unless you get them through me. So anyway, one is called Attitude Equals Your Altitude Equals Your Success. And the other one is 10 Principles of Living Your American Dream. And it doesn't matter where you live. It translates to every country around the world. So Vince, you want me to close out? Is that what you're saying? Are we done? Or do we want anybody to open up and?
Yeah, Asia wants to chat real quick, and then you can close it out here.
Yeah, Asia, I'd have people come in and just say how excited they are about the program. And if they needed any.
Awesome, Mom. I was just about to give some shout out to a few people that I missed. I'm not very good with this Zoom though, guys. So I apologize. I'm going to unmute Adriana. And Adriana, are you unmuted?
We couldn't get her yet.
Can you talk?
I think I am now. Let me check.
Adriana?
Yeah,
Screen?
there she is.
Yeah.
Yes, there you are, Adriana.
Finally.
Okay, Adriana, can you tell the audience how, I mean, I saw you doing Espanol videos too. That's so exciting.
Yes.
Yes, my first one yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I did another one today. So it was, for me, it was like at the beginning when I started the video challenge, it was like very intimidating. So I had to, I said to myself, I have one conversation in my brain like, no, you don't know how, and all these weird thoughts in my mind. So, but then again, I thought, okay, I have to do this. I have to do it. And thank you for sharing. But I thought of it as a game because it's actually a game. So I said, no, I'm just going to have fun with it. Because, and one of the things that I remember from watching Vincent, I started following him in Snapchat back in the day when he was always having fun. He was like in Cabo, in Vegas, and all over the place. And he was always showing his energy and his fun part. So I just started to remember, you know, how I would like to convey that to the people. So this is a game and it's fun. And whatever comes out of it, great.
That's awesome.
So that was what I was thinking. So I just did it. And it was like it was my breakthrough. Like my first video, it's just like, just keep going, keep going.
So those, go ahead, Mom. You want to say
I
something?
was just gonna say congratulations, Adriana. You know, it's the beginnings, right? It's where you start, right? So it's
Yes,
not where you start, now
correct.
it's where you finish. So you keep going, girl, because now you grabbed a hold of it, right? It's like
Yes.
when we teach our children how to walk, right?
Exactly. And it's not gonna be perfect, of course,
Yeah.
but so I work with children. I work in early intervention program teacher. So, and I see the children and I learn so much from them and they're always having fun. So that's what I want to offer to people. Just have fun with it and see
Yeah.
what happens.
That actually, Adriana, is going to be one of the modules that we're going to be talking about, and I can start. but what can we learn from children, right? Because sometimes we forget, you know, just to have some fun. But that goes back to the core beliefs and values again, too, you know. But you're right on the money with that, you know. Just watch kids and how much fun they have, and they just don't overanalyze stuff. They just do
Oh
stuff.
no, they just go and do it.
And they ask for stuff.
Yeah.
Those of you that have kids, they ask for stuff. They're not afraid to ask, and they're not afraid of getting a no, and they'll keep asking you till they get what they want, typically.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that's a great analogy, Adriana. I love that. Yeah, pretty awesome. Asia, back to you, girl.
Thank you.
You have somebody else you want to give a shout out
Yeah,
to?
I do want to bring on Anita. She's from, I think, Australia too. Anita.
Oh,
Anita, are you there? Okay, I think she's not on. Let me bring Sherry Coach. Sherry, are you?
come on, sister.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi. Can you hear
Can you
me?
give us a little bit about your breakthrough and what you've learned in Insight Sales Vision?
I've learned a lot. You got me off guard here, Asia.
I put you on the spot. Yeah, I know.
Yes, you did. No, everything has been a great. It's a great experience. It's bringing me out of my comfort zone. It's making me expand and do things that I've never done before. I love it. And I'm stuck on step 6, and I haven't been doing my 100-day video, which I am going to start tomorrow. So I promise.
That's excellent. Well, thank you so much, Sherry. And you're also one of our mastermind affiliates. So I'll be personally coaching Sherry Coach myself. All right, let me mute you back. So one more person if they're here, and then let me see. Clifford, are you? I'm going to catch you off guard too. Clifford, are you on the line?
I am here.
All right, go ahead and tell the audience what you've learned through, Mindset 360 and as well as the 100-day video challenge.
Well, one thing I've learned is a bought lesson is the best lesson. And what I mean by that, the things that you have to experience. I'm not used to doing business online. I have had success in network marketing, and I've also had some failures. But one of my big dilemmas was when I came to I think it was step 6 in Mindset 360. I was doing the challenge to stop procrastination, cleaning the closet or cleaning the garage, I believe were our choices. And I didn't know how to put 3 videos together. So what I decided was not to bother anybody in the group, but research it myself. And I've been doing it over the last few days. And I've run into all kinds of obstacles. But today, the light bulb went on. And it was amazing. And so that's what I mean. A bought lesson is the best lesson. I paid for that in time and elbow grease.
So good.
And because I learned that, I'm willing to share my experience with other people. And a couple of things before I let you go, I want to thank Vincent. I've followed him over the years because he was in another organization and he was doing well there. So I followed him here to Sales Vision. And I think this is really going to benefit a lot of families and a lot of individuals. And I want to give a shout out to Thor, Thaddeus, and Damien, because they keep me pumped up. I see their success and we're always corresponding back and forth. And they're willing to share just on simple things, not so much techniques, but their leadership by the way they keep on moving, driving, and getting things done. So it's helping me to improve.
I love it.
I love it, Clifford. Well, thank you so much for your testimonial. Now I'm gonna mute you back, Clifford. All right, so I'm gonna bring another person up, and this person, I hope you're not like catch off guard, but his name is Tom Log. And he did a video and he had like party lights in the back. So I was like laughing because he said, oh, I learned that from Vincent. But I'm like, yep, that is Vincent style. So Tom, are you on the line here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead and tell everybody what's your experience like working through the Mindset 360 plus the 100-day video challenge as well.
Well, it's been a very interesting experience so far, and I can only repeat what Adriana said. It's a lot of fun, and that made me decide to just jump in and go and do it. And I'm learning day by day, and it has to be fun, otherwise you wouldn't do it. And the whole thing is very inspiring. So even these calls and the golden nuggets being dropped in each call is very valuable. The networking, the people are very awesome that are here in this group. It's just, the important thing is to keep widening your comfort zone. and going beyond the previous borders you had. So that I can encourage everybody to do. You get so much out of it personally, and with that you grow personally, and with your personal growth you also grow in other areas of your life. So if you haven't jumped on this 100-day video challenge, go ahead and do it. There's no perfection. Perfection is actually very bad if you want to have it perfect. Important is to just do it, and you'll get better automatically. So I can just encourage everybody to jump in and do it. You'll get a lot out of it.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Tom. Go ahead, Mom.
I was going to say, Tom, I love your accent too. We have another accent here. Tom, where are you from originally?
I'm from Germany.
Germany. Are you there now?
I am, yes.
You are. So you are up like it's 2 in the morning, right?
It's 3:30 a.m. right now.
30
Yeah.
a.m. Oh my gosh. It says so much. You know, Damien was on from Australia yesterday, and it was 3:30 in the morning when he came on, or maybe a little earlier than that, wasn't it, Damien? Two. Yeah. And Tom, it says so much about you and where you want to take your business. You know, I'm very, very excited. So
well, if possible, being live is the best option, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you all staying safe in Germany?
Yes, all good.
Good.
Actually, we're reopening schools tomorrow, so.
That's what I heard. Yeah. So that's great. That's great news. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just just stay safe. Okay.
Yep. Like everybody else as well.
Yes, of course. Yeah, the U.S. is opening up slowly but surely, you know, but we're still going to be, you know, cautious, like, you know, we're supposed to be.
Right.
Or 6 feet of distancing, even when Asia and I are going to do or starting all of our videos this next week. So she's like, okay, we have to be 6 feet away from each other. I'm like, I know. So, you know, you'll see us. It's going to be awesome. You guys, you're going to really love what you're going to see coming up. It's pretty
wait.
Yeah, pretty fun stuff. So Asia, Vince also said, Betsy, is it Betsy, Vince? He had one last call out.
Mind if I bring one person in? He's been getting a lot of results with Sales Vision. So
yes, and then we'll bring in Betsy then last.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Unmute. Okay. Let me bring Jeremy. So Jeremy Schaus, if I pronounce it right.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, you're on the line?
Yes.
Can you share with us your story with Sales Vision and what you send me in message? And guys, one of the things that I'm going to teach you guys is to leverage Sales Vision family members, you know, their results and how you can use it to then make sales. So go ahead, Jeremy.
Well, I just want to start off. I've been with several different network marketing companies over the years and just not seen too much results. And it felt like I was pulling teeth just to get sales or team members. But like you said, sometimes we tend to blame the company, and majority of the time it's our own skill level. So, but when I joined Avon back in I think it was 2007, and I had a good customer base, but still was having a hard time getting a team built, and so I quit again when I was having such a good success with customer wise anyway. But now since after I've taken Mindset 360, my businesses have just taken off right from the get-go. I rejoined Avon, and now I have like I think 4 customers. Two I already had 1 sale. I got 2 coming next week. I got 1 person on my team already.
That's
So
awesome.
I already made the first level of leadership, which is promoter.
Yay!
And then I joined another company called LifeVantage, and I've only been in it with a week and already got 1 person on my team.
That's amazing, Jeremy.
Like totally blows my mind when it was like pulling teeth just to get that far before.
That's awesome. You know what a great testimony, Jeremy. I mean, goodness, can you imagine, you know, as you're accelerating and you're building momentum, how many more sales you're going to have and how many more people you're going to have on your team, because you're showing the validity of a leader. I mean, you're becoming a leader. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. It's so amazing.
Oh, Jeremy, I'm so proud of you. So for Sales Vision Family, I'm actually going to be putting a little training for y'all. Anybody that has great testimonial of what you've accomplished in Sales Vision, we're going to put it in an album, and you guys can take those images and use it on social media and leverage it. Okay, especially if you know you are just leveraging our Sales Vision family members' results, even when you don't have your own result. And that's the power of what we have in Sales Vision. You don't have to be you know everything. You just have to start.
Right. Yeah, and finish well. Right. Yeah, and that's where we come in for sure. For sure. Vince, did you have anything else you wanted to unmute and come in and say before I'm going to do this really fun motivational thing for you guys at the end here. Give you some things to think about.
See if I can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to mute yours down, I think. Yeah, no, I was just wanted, like, the cool thing about people that are having success here, it seems like a lot of people are having success that didn't before. And it's really about that mindset. That's the key. And that's what I love about the back end of this. It's like when you bring people here, they're going to literally like go through a process of like, they're not going to go like into a whole make money online type of situation that you'd be used to seeing online, for those of you guys who just understand the affiliate world. So that's like the key, like the actual relationship that you build in this community when you recommend people here. That's the key too. So that's why I've lasted for so long online and nobody has. Like they build communities real fast. They don't really make them close, like come and collaborate together. And so that's what you guys can always be excited about. It's just fun hearing that you guys are getting the results too. And then, you know, sticking with it, like that's the key too. When we go on live all the time, like it's a company that's going to be there with you all the time. That will constantly push you guys and your people that you bring here with, you know, together to rock and roll. So it's just exciting to see all the results already, and we haven't even started. Like this is just kind of like the beginning of like a little baby. He's getting up and he's starting to like walk and like play around right now. And that's where our business is now compared to where it's going to be in just the next couple of months. So it just keeps growing. You guys have been watching it grow, and that's the exciting part. It's like it never stops growing. That's the other thing. Like we've always had the motto as a family. It's like, if you aren't growing, you're dying. Like you're doing one or the other. There's no like middle ground. So we just constantly love seeing the growth and everybody just kind of moving up and elevating. So the main thing is once you have that vision in your heart, you got to run with it. And that's what Mom's going to talk about to close out tonight is you got to always have these last like moments in your life, like before you go to sleep too. That's an advice trick. Is anytime that you're about to go to sleep, make sure that you are bringing in and breathing in something positive, right? Something that will elevate you. So your mind thinks about that all night. All right. So make sure you guys do that tonight. All right. So Mom, go ahead, end it up real quick. Other than that, if you guys didn't fill out that application, it's all good. Let us know and put it in the comments. I see people are filling out already. So let's rock. Go ahead, Mom.
Wow, Vince. How exciting though. You know, I'm so proud of you and Asia and Clifton for doing all of the lot of work on the inside of Sales Vision, because that takes a lot of work and time. So I'd love for everybody to just put in there that they rock because they do. You know, I used to program all those years ago, but it was a lot more complex back then. I'm not saying that it's not complex today, but it does take a lot to put it together, but we are one big family. And I see Laurie on there. She's part of my family. She's my sister. So I'm going to close out with unleashing the power of your instinct. So it's running after your destiny. So I'm going to give you some nuggets of wisdom here. So how many of you know that you have the power to unleash your inborn drive? You have the power to unleash it, and nobody's going to do it for you but you. So one of the things I'd say to all of you is take time to reflect. When we get off of here in a few minutes, take time to reflect because there's so much noise around us right now. And if you're watching the news 24/7, turn it off. It's not going to give you an income typically, right? So sea turtles, I always give this example, are born on land. Mom leaves and they break out of the shell. And the first thing they do is they turn to the water. They instinctively do that. So what do you do instinctively? So what will you do instinctively? Because you've got a dream in your heart, or you wouldn't be on here tonight, right? So you may have been trained for a trade, but what is your instinct? So many of you are looking at multiple streams of income. It's so wise and so smart in this day and age. And because you can. Back in the day when I was, well, when Vince was little and I was starting in my business, that was not as accessible. So to you, you got it. So conversely, though, here's the deal. If you have the instinct, you can hire the intellect. See, a lot of you have an instinct of where you want to go, but you're not sure of how to get to that next place. That comes with coaching and training. It's just like the Kansas City Chiefs. They had the best coach to get them to the Super Bowl. They came back from a huge deficit in the last quarter. Y'all remember that? Lori, you remember that? And some people went to bed and they gave up on the Kansas City Chiefs and they're like, oh, San Francisco's going to win. Well, guess what? They came back because they had a great coach, and the coach didn't give up on them. He had the power to know what their triggers were to move them in the right direction. That's going to come inside of the training. So we have been trained to do something, but not the why of it. So the people who know the why hire the people who know the how. So I want you to write that down. The people who know the why hire the people who know the how. So we know how to get you to the next place. So training yourself so that you can reproduce yourself. That's the key. It's like a lion raised in captivity in a cage. Vince, when he went to Thailand, he didn't go in with a lion, but he went into a cage with what was it, Vince? A tiger? A tiger, some big, scary, to me, scary. But anyway, it's like a lion raised in captivity in a cage. He's never been in the wild and only in a cage. That becomes his natural habitat. So why do they lock the cage? They lock the cage because even though his experience doesn't validate it, his instincts tell him there is something else out there. Now, your instincts are telling you there's something else out there. You wouldn't be a part of Sales Vision. A lot of you get great testimonials tonight, and having a global audience and up at the crazy hours of the morning of 3:30, that says so much about you, and about your instincts and where you want to go. So the reason why so many of us out there are frustrated today is because we are pacing around in a cage of a job, a life, a situation that has limited us up until this point. So we may not have the background for it or the training for it, but our instincts tell us that there's something better out there. And that's why Vince is bringing you these trainings and Asia every time that we come on here. So find a quiet place early in the morning. This is my other challenge to you. Find a quiet place early in the morning. It's when you get your best ideas. Some of you don't sleep very much, like Damien. So Damien, it is, I don't know, what time is it over there now, Damien? I'm not sure. It's good though. It's not like 3:30 in the morning, but find a quiet place to tap into your instincts, because instincts have a rhythm. They have a rhythm to them. An instinct will have a rhythm. So that will move you into action. Cardiologists, when they talk about cells that start beating before they connect, they will move past any cells that do not have rhythm. You need to be around people who have rhythm. And that's this group. So pat yourself in the back for those of you that I could see. You cannot be with people who do not have your instinct. Inner circle people have instinct, but you have the same rhythm, which will cause change and growth in you, and a movement starts happening. And Vince, I feel like a movement starting to happen here, and what you have done from the ground level up is amazing. So when you've got your instinct in check, it stops confusion, chaos, and misunderstandings. How about that? So the culture that you're creating and we're creating here is to surround people around you like you would a family. You want to have people around you that are like a family. Every business has a culture. This is our culture. And it is a statistical fact that it will take a couple of years to change if you're in a rut. We teach you how to get out of a rut and create that family unit, which will be your team. Lori has seen me build a national area. You see Lori up here on the front screen. She's watched me build a national area, and they are my family. Lori has become my sister. I never would have met her had I not had my own business. I can't imagine my life without her. So it's a very exciting time. So there's a process to change, and you're in the process of changing right now. So true understanding of who you are to your core. Some of you may not know who you are to your core, and that's why we put these mindset trainings together for you, and these group sessions that we're going to be putting and pouring our lives into you. So put a system around you that supports your core so you can do what you do best. And there's so many of you here so talented already. So you need to be with people who have your rhythm. So what's your sweet spot? So that's a question I want you to write down. What's your sweet spot? Write it down tomorrow. Tap into your inborn drive, the thing that makes you tick. Unless you can trust those around you, your emotions are homeless. So you got to trust the people around you. So Vince has created a company that of trust. So you can trust us, so that you then can be around us. Otherwise, your emotions will be homeless. You'll never, ever reach your dream. Nobody wants a homeless emotion, right? So you have to allow the pain of not allowing other distractions and things that come into your life to cause you not to achieve your dream and go after it. So it does not mean that you're weak at all. It means that you're voluminous. So I want you to write that word down. It's a big word, voluminous. It means that you have capacity to pull into your life all kinds of new experiences now that will change you and put you on the right track to where you're going. So in other words, you're exceptional. Write that word down. You are exceptional. Lori, can you believe there's people that in here from Germany, 3:30 in the morning over there? They're exceptional people that are here in this community. So today, the more you embrace your flaws, I should say, the more you'll become comfortable with it. Who was it said? Adriana said it was a little bit difficult at first to do a video. Well, you know, we think that that's a flaw, and it's not. It's just repetition of doing it over and over and changing the crease in your brain. That we'll be talking about. How do you change that crease in your brain in the trainings that we're going to be bringing you. So how do we get out of the cage without killing ourselves? This is the last part of tonight. The lion let out of the cage. It would kill him because he had not learned the hunting skills. So if a lion was always in captivity and you let him go, he wouldn't last very long. He didn't have the hunting skills. So recreate and redefine yourself. Recreate and redefine yourself. That's what we're going to be doing with you on our masterminds. Recreate and redefine yourself, that with your job and with everything else. You know, it's exciting. So break beyond the cage while you have the energy to run. Be brave with your life, and everybody here is brave. Evolution, and we're kind of in that sort of place right now. Puts you in a kind of a pressure place because you don't have the support system, and here you have the support system. So again, Vince and Asia and Clifton, thank you for giving us the support system and pulling me out of retirement. Sometimes you miss the support system or person. And if you don't have the support system, it's kind of like, I don't know if you can see down here in the lower level of where we are, but if you see these great big beams, the ceilings in the lower level of our home are about 24 feet tall. So it has to have a support system. The beams have to support everything else that is above the house. I know some of you don't have basements. It just depends on where you live. But here they call it tri-level. So it goes down 2 more levels. So this is one level and then it goes down to another level. But then there's a main level and there's a top level. So those beams weren't very strong and had support. This house would crumble. So you can't build your business on quicksand, right? So develop what you need to sustain you through moving forward. And this is what's exciting is you always show up, you guys, to learn and grow. Maria, you're always here with her beautiful glasses. She always has that, her own look, you know, she's got her own vibe going on. So develop what you need and allow others into your life that are armed with experience. That's key. Never take advice from anybody you wouldn't gladly trade places with. That's a very powerful statement. Never take advice from anybody you wouldn't gladly trade places with, because sometimes we take advice from those people and they maybe not necessarily want your best interests at hand. Jeremy, that's why I'm so proud of you. Look at what you're doing. You're changing, you're growing, you're evolving. All of you here are. So give yourself some time. Never settle for status quo. Other people's normal is not your normal. So getting up and being up at 3:30 in the morning, for those of you that have done that, Damien's experienced it as well from Australia. Your friend's normal isn't your normal, Damien. So if you can see out of the cage and get out of the cage while you have the energy to run, roar, and go through adjustments, at the end of your life, you won't die in a cage where you should never have been in the first place. And that's my closing for you this evening, Sales Vision family. So Vince, you can come back in and ask them what they learned if you want to. I'll leave it up to you. You are the presidente.
I'll go.
So we're going to pass it back to you.
All right, let me know if you guys can hear me real quick. We got all these microphones everywhere, so let me know if we're good. So yeah, let me know what your number one takeaway is from that. So my number one takeaway always from when Mom speaks about those things is never take advice from people you wouldn't gladly trade places with.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need to keep that in mind big time at the timing that we're in at the world, right? So like everybody, all the negative media, the news and all these things. So you got to be really careful who you're taking advice from, right? So think about it, who you wouldn't gladly trade places with for the rest of your life. If you can keep that in your heart, right? And you're in a conversation with somebody and they think they're right and you think you're right or whatever, well, just look at them and be like, all right, do I really care that much? Would I really want to be that person? Would I really want to have that life? No, probably not. Most of the time if you're in an argument, right? And that's what like immediately just shuts off the conversation. It's just a done deal. So let me see. Let's see. That looks like a lot of people love that one. Is right. It's so cool. All right. So that's the thing. I wanted to make sure that you guys kind of left with that tonight. Like think about the things that Mom just said, because really what it goes when you go to bed, right? Every night you got to make sure that you breathe in good things into your life. I want you to remember that for the rest of your life. If you don't
And Vince, we're going to
you're
give
gonna
them
wake
those.
up feeling the same way that you felt when you went to sleep. So if you go to sleep inspired, you're probably going to wake up inspired. So think about that when you're going to bed tonight. So think about that, what your dream is, what your future is that you want for your life. All right. And that's what also what we're like stuck on as a family, and our vision, right, is like we're just obsessed with making sure that this gets done for you guys to where you have a platform that you can finally trust. All right. And then so for tonight, just make sure you click on that link, that last thing, that survey, fill out that survey no matter what, so we can get all of your guys' information in terms of like where you're at in your life and your vision and everything. And we'll move on from there, because that's the key. Like these, you're going to see like all of our offers that we have kind of perfectly in alignment with the sales videos happening over the next week or two. So like all of these things are going to start happening with the front end system. So everybody will understand it for the back end and all these things. And it's just going to get fast, like really, really, really fast moving. The COVID, I mean, we were already starting to move fast, and the COVID came around. We had to slow down again with that. But once this thing picks back up, a lot of people are now starting to, you know, understand what's happening in this world right now a little bit. Everybody's slowly moving back into normal life, normal reality in terms of like their thought process. They're like, oh, I think I'm going to be able to go back on this date, right? So that's really kind of what people's mind is. So as they kind of know what their future is, and people will start talking and getting involved with everything again, because everything slowed down, you know what I mean? So just know that whatever you're going through right now in your life, everybody else is feeling that vibe. That energy is tough right now to fight through. And that's why it's so important for you to have that vision really stored in your heart and in your mind, that you don't give up on anything, right? On anything that you have going on in your life, like in terms of your vision moving forward, right? Because a lot of people will say like, I slow down like everybody else I see on TV, just chilling right now, just like going, oh, you know, poor me. No, you got to understand, when you want to reach those levels in your life that are elevated higher than you've ever been before, you got to stick with the fam that's going to bring you there, right? And so we can promise you guys that we're going to be here for you every step of the way. And normally we have a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Mom pick up the energy for me tonight, man, because, man, we've been working so hard. You can even see Asia for the first time, like her eyes, she's like chilling. So like we've been working so hard over here, barely sleeping. And Mom brought the energy and the heat tonight. So appreciate you, Mom, for bringing that tonight.
And yeah, I finally
everybody say Mom was awesome over there. All right, over there in the comments. I love it. I love it. And you know, so we're gonna get our energy back for this week. We'll probably do a webinar on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're like Mondays, we're gonna just look at the commissions and get out all the commissions, and then focus on that. So be looking in your emails for that. And then on Tuesday, we're gonna be rocking and rolling again. So we're going live again, and we're just gonna kind of reset our minds over the next 24 hours and just get ready to go crazy with the energy this week. Finally get my cameras up. This place still looks like a mess, right? Upstairs, you know, I want to get the cameras going on up there and everything. And so all that good vibes, the theater room. I mean, we could be in there and all kinds of fun stuff. So just to make it more exciting, more of that environment vibe, you know, how I love to have it all entertainment. And so we just appreciate you guys. That's the last thing I want to say is like, we appreciate you all for being here with us tonight. I mean, that's just so amazing. You know, how many people show up to these on a Sunday night, right? With the last minute announcements and all that stuff. So we appreciate y'all. And I'm just going to unmute everybody and everybody say much love. And we'll go from there. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Much love, family. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Much love.